Hey everyone, Chris here, also known as the Darktoylord. Thank you so very much for stopping by today. Today we're going to be taking a look at this Son of Zorn Office Zorn action figure by Funko. So unless you haven't ever seen the show, or maybe you haven't seen my other Zorn video, just a slight recap on the show if you're unfamiliar with it. It's basically a very short-lived program that was on Fox. Only ran for about 13 episodes if memory serves me correctly, and then it was canceled, which was unfortunate because it just started picking up at the end, and then of course we got left off with the cliffhanger. But anyway, you have it's a live-action animated combination. Zorn is a warrior from Cytheria. He comes back to the real world because he has a child with a real-life woman. His son Olegulon is a teenager now, so he comes back to the real world to be with his son. So that's kind of where we are right now. And he's back in the real world. Although he can't fully let go of his warrior self, he has to get a full-time job. So this is him in his office attire. So he wears his shirt and tie, but he still has his warrior underwear on. Looking at the back of the package, here are clips from the show. And then, of course, the two figures that are in the show. I've already reviewed Warrior Zorn, so this is Office Zorn that we're looking at now. So we'll go ahead and open up the package, and we'll take a closer look at the action figure. Even though this is Office Zorn, he still comes packaged with his Warrior's sword, and he also has this chalice. Do a quick height measurement. Zorn is about 6 inches tall. In regards to articulation, his head can spin side to side. There is some restriction because of his long flowing hair, but he can move it side to side. His arms will spin all the way around. He does have waist articulation. Well, it seems to get caught right here. And since these figures looks like they're giving homage to the Masters of the Universe toy line, I kind of thought maybe the waist would have a little bit of a spring action to it, but it does not. The legs are on ball joints, and that is it for articulation. So you can see he's wearing his office shirt here. He has a necktie, but he still includes his chest strap, which has the slot where you can put his sword in, so he can carry his sword around on his back. And then you can take the chalice and you can put that in his hand. So here's a quick close-up on Zorn's face sculpt. They actually did a pretty decent job with the hair, at least. The face sculpt, although it looks good on the toy, doesn't, I don't know, I really don't get that Zorn feeling from it. It's a cool sculpt, but I don't think it really catches the character that we've seen in the show. Now, even though Zorn is a warrior from a different realm, it does not mean that he's exempt from the affliction of male pattern baldness. So, looking at the sculpt of his hair, we can go around to the back and wah, wah, wah. And it's actually a funny part of the show, because he's really this manly warrior. And that first scene where you see him turn around, or you see from the back view, and you see the bald spot, it was just hilarious. All right, let's bring in some other figures just for quick comparisons. Let's get him standing up. Here is Warrior Zorn that I reviewed earlier. And also, I'm going to compare them to an original He-Man action figure. So you can definitely see that, although not an exact match for the He-Man type sculpts, it is very close. So this toy line is definitely paying homage to the original Masters of the Universe action figures. So there you have it. Son of Zorn Office Zorn action figure by Funko. I picked these up on Amazon for $11. I've also seen them at Target for $11, but I have had somebody tell me that the Target in his area are actually clearancing these figures for $5 a pop now. So I might actually go pick some up if I can find them clearance for $5. I think it'd be nice to have some on hand, still sealed, because being such an obscure show in toy line, these toys have the potential of either being very valuable down the road or being absolutely useless. But at $5 a pop, you really can't lose. So I think I'm going to keep my eyes open. If you have any questions at all, please let me know down below. And again, I always thank you for stopping by. And until next time, we'll talk to you later.